Hey everybody, this is John. Let's take a look at two stocks that I'm in right now and continue to like, and one is on the short side and one is on the long side. Now you might think it's like, okay, why are you focused on the short side when these markets are obviously going higher? Well, not all stocks are. There are some stocks that are having a few problems, and one of them notably is Amazon. Now this thing could start resuming its uptrend at any time, but this is so far, it's like after this little pop here, this sell-off, retracement, and roll, so far is pointing towards this fire line here. And if you look at this from the ATR perspective, we came from +2 ATR to -2 ATR. That's a good round trip back to the mean, which sets us up for a move to 3 ATR from the mean. Okay, so on something like this, the idea, and at least in our trading room, we sent out alerts to sell call credit spreads when we hit this level. Tomorrow, if we do break through this, I'd look at actually buying puts for a momentum move back to 2 ATR here. So that's the downside there. Now, if you look at the S&Ps, of course, it's like, wow, the S&Ps are going crazy. You could argue here that they're also extended, right? But also with the Qs, okay, and the Qs, of course, the NASDAQ, which the Amazon is a large part of, just isn't really participating. So the money is flowing, not so much rip-roaring into techs here as it is flowing into other sectors like industrials and kind of some of the mainstay manufacturing companies versus kind of the higher-end tech companies. So then from there, the question is like, okay, well, and keep in mind too that Amazon is part of a consumer sector. So there's also a sector out there that not consumer staples, but consumer discretionary, and that's XLY. And if you look at the sector for XLY, right here, it's also lagging behind the markets. Okay, so the rest of the markets are making new highs, and XLY is having a problem. So Amazon, which is the largest component of it, isn't contributing. But what is helping it is, McDonald's. McDonald's here overall has had a good run. Right now, it's just kind of in consolidation mode. Home Depot, of course, having a good run. That's the third biggest component. Disney trying to get something going here. But overall, from a weekly perspective, if we go back to a weekly chart here and we look at XLY, again, very divergent for the overall markets. All right, so that's looking at that from the short side. And then on the long side, there's a lot of stocks here that look great but are extended, Home Depot being a case in point. So, if you're deploying capital right now, is this what you'd want to buy? It's like, okay, I want to get this right now. Well, I'd look to more something like Priceline. So Priceline here, from a daily perspective, and at least we have a squeeze setting up. And we've had some movement here, and the idea here that the squeeze could release some volatility. We'll get up to $1,896 or so on something like this. And of course, this is a pricey stock, but we could look at selling a put credit spread. Also, keep in mind that money is flowing right now into industrials and other sectors, and not just tech. All right, so that's what we want to look at there. And then let's take a quick look at this. Okay, so for those of you that have not taken advantage of this, we've got a really cool thing here that we're doing for one of our preferred brokers, which is Tastyworks, which is I've been trading on, and they're improving their tools. They're starting to roll out more features, and it's just getting better and better and better. So a couple things about this if you're not aware. First of all, you'll most likely save about 80% in commissions with this. Their commission structure is the most aggressive in the industry. Other platforms are struggling to match it. From there, doing complicated spread trading is way easier on this platform because you can make the adjustments on the legs and everything like that a lot better. And the nice thing about it is that to exit a trade is free. So, when you get into the trade, you're paying a commission that's less than you're probably paying now, and then to get out of the trade, it's free. So you don't have to. There's no pressure to let things expire worthless because you can just get out, for no commission. So what we're doing with this is, and they did just release an app with this too. So now you can do it on your mobile and all that kind of stuff too. So if you fund a new Tastyworks account, first of all, you got to use this link up here. So you got to go to our link, simplertrading.com/platform. because this will tag you as having going, oh, great, we can do this. And if you fund it with at least $2,000, we are going to give you some cool stuff. So what is that? So if you just click here and say, okay, get started now, and you can then enter in your name, your email address, and click Get My Trading Tools, Cool Trading Tools. And so what it'll do is just kind of walk you through a process and kind of, explain it to you, and then it'll take you to the form, and then you fill it out. And then as soon as you fund your account with at least $2,000, you just let us know, support@simplertrading.com, and then we are going to send you a $500 coupon for our store. And this coupon is good for any of our classes that are at least, it's not for a current class, but it's good for any classes that are at 6 months or older. Okay, so yeah, you can't do it for the current class or a current class that we just did, and that's fine, because there's a ton of classes on spreads, on butterflies, on new tools that we've released. So anything for a class that's 6 months or older, you can use that coupon and just knock it out. Okay. Now, one question that pops up is, hey, I already have a Tastyworks account. I'd never heard of this before. What do I do? You don't have to do anything. Just let us know. Send us a confirmation of your account opening, and you are also eligible for the coupon. Okay, so you do not need to change anything. If you're already an account holder, that's awesome. Congratulations for getting it. And you can certainly still take advantage of the offer by just letting us know and sending us a confirmation. Okay, hopefully that all made sense. If you have any questions, let us know. If you have not taken advantage of this, again, just go to simplertrading.com/platform before this offer is no longer available. All right, you guys have a good one, and we'll see you at the next update.